Hey, it's Tuesday and this is Bill. I've got something to think about. In this series, I've been discussing and challenging us to pursue the development of a character. Our character is who we are at the deepest core of us, in the deep, deep within us. In character, we've talked about the words trustworthy and respectful, reliable and understanding, honest, forgiving, and fair, and more words like that. Well, today's character word is concluding this series on character development. And today's character word is character. John Mertz, who in 2015 was named a leader to watch, according to American Management Association, has written a good closure that I'm going to use for this series on character development. He reflects on his younger days on the farm when doing dirty chores like cleaning out the hog barn, or times when we all get dumped by our love or fell behind when doing homework or preparing for a test or writing a term paper. And those are the times in our lives when we would most often hear a phrase something like this: this builds character. And we didn't know what to do with that. We probably blew it off at some point. And it's not till farther down the road that we realized that was true. Those were character building events and moments, whether it be conflict or hard work or civil debate or solving problems or parenting or managing or leading. Those are all character building events that have made their way into our lives and has shaped us in how we are today. Character builds over time. Character is additive. And we can't waste our youth pursuing things that neuter or subtract from our character, which is unfortunately what a lot of us did and what a lot still do. Equally true, we can't waste our time in our older years tearing down the character that we built. In both cases, we're wasting time. And most importantly, we are damaging relationships when we do that. Legacy and trust carry a high lifetime value. Each choice and each action we take adds to or detracts from our character. Any given day, we should have more positive character choices and actions than negative ones. Getting character right is not a balance exercise, not even close. We should build character through our good choices and actions as often as we can. Why? Because we are imperfect and it needs attention. How we respond in our imperfect choices and actions can add to or subtract from our character. This is the choice of character. It comes as time tests it. Time matters. Time tests. Our character erodes or grows. Our character is developed through time. More accurately, our character is developed through our experiences and what we choose to learn or do with those. Trials and tribulations are tough. We all have them in some ways. We can mask them, we can pretend that they're not really there, or we can tackle them. We can make relationships risky and results risky, but what I know is we can't ignore the tests and tribulations to our character. We must face them. So what builds character? Murch says 7 things. 1, that we should work hard to build, to create, to survive, and excel in purpose. He said that laziness achieves nothing. Work for work's sake creates little. Whatever our responsibilities, we need to do the work. Whatever our purpose, we need to do our important work. Getting our tempo right in character development will take time. Through doing the work of purpose, our time will rise up and our character will show its strength in that purpose. And so we keep focused on our purpose horizon and we do the work. Second thing is that we engage in tough conversations with empathy and action, is that we don't put these tough conversations off. The easiest thing to sidestep are the tough conversations. We need to take deep breaths and determine how to engage in meaningful conversations that make a difference in what we say and what happens next. We cannot control what might happen next, but our character will be stronger if we interact with empathy. Number 3, Murch says that we should nurture relationships that matter through good and challenging times. That gives us staying power. That's the power of love. Too often, the first thing to go when times get challenging are our relationships. They have become almost disposable. Relationships that are damaging physically or psychologically are different, and those safely leaving is the first step, and these times take strong character as well. But absent the damning relationships, the damaging ones, we need to try hard to make them work no matter the place, whether it's in our homes or our neighborhoods or our workplaces. We need to nurture our relationships and find better paths forward as part of our character development. We should exhibit humility in achievement and success, that we give credit and we give back. That we're to be humble in all that we do and say. Humility is not permission to be run over. It's quite the opposite. Humility is knowing we are stronger together than apart. Humility is giving all we have and doing it again. What builds character? Being nice when everything tempts us not to be nice. Being nice is not permission to run over someone either. A quiet strength of character exists in being humble and nice. Build this character strength. You may have had a teacher who was kind and gentle and nice, but you knew you never wanted to skip the work. Being nice doesn't mean low expectations. Too often we want to play to the crowd and say outrageous things to incite or let into one. But we need to stand out by saying and doing things that are helpful. And we should always get up, no matter what, to create something better than the day before. We will get knocked down and we will get stepped on. There are 2 things to remember. 1, there's an old adage that says, what goes around comes around. So if someone is stepping on you, holding you back, ignoring you, nature has a way of dealing with that. So focus on what you can do and do so with a strong sense of character. Second, keep getting up and keep creating what you are meant to do. After all, this is the only way that your purpose will take root and begin to bloom. And number 7, no task is too small and no person is too ordinary or extraordinary to extend a hand and help. Never think or do things that make others feel small. Always pitch in, no matter the task. Our hands are meant to be extended in a helpful way. It's why we have arms and elbows. We are designed to do the work. We are designed to hug each other. And we are designed to extend a helpful hand. We need to remember to be big in our character and reduce the size of our personality. Personal brand matters. Personal brand chatter focuses too much on superficial things and too much on self-importance. If you want to build a sustainable personal brand, focus on your personal character early and often. Make decisions about what you will stand on. This completes my series on character in Something to Think About. But the choice to be intentional in our character development goes on and on until the day we breathe our last. They say that in the last 5 seconds of our lives, we think about those we love and those who have loved us. And I hope in these few moments that this series on character will have helped you become different. My name is Bill, and I love you, and I'm glad we're friends. And I'm going to take about a month break while we move to Tennessee, so I will see you again in a month from Tennessee. Bye.